Hi, I'm Karen from Close to My Heart. When you are a hostess with Close to My Heart, you can qualify for an awesome deal on a Cricut bundle. The deal allows you to buy a new Cricut Explore Air 2 machine, like this one, and you get our most recent Close to My Heart Cricut collection for free. I'm here to talk you through everything that comes in this bundle to help you see what a great offer it is. Here's what comes in your box. First of all, you'll get the most recent Cricut Close to My Heart collection. And that will include a little card that has a scratch off strip on the bottom that tells you exactly how to link that to your machine. It will also include 3 coordinating stamp sets that go with the collection you receive, as well as a package of Close to My Heart cardstock. So it's an awesome deal. In addition to that, there are a few other things that will come with your Cricut. First of all, you will receive a cutting mat. You will also receive a little plastic envelope that holds a few things in it, and I'll show you each of those. First of all, in that envelope, you will receive a little paper that tells you how to get started with your machine, an owner's manual, a warranty, and some sample materials that you can cut in your machine. You will also receive a pen, and in just a moment I'll show you where that goes. You're going to receive a few cords as well. The first is a USB cord. This cord connects your computer or whatever device you've chosen to use with your Cricut to your Cricut machine. It's important to note that the Air 2 machine can go wireless and has Bluetooth, but for your original setup, you will need the USB cord. There is also a power cord included. One end plugs into the wall, the other end into your Cricut machine. And if you are in Australia or New Zealand, you will also receive this adapter because your plugs are a little different than ours, and we wanted to make sure we took care of you as well. Now let's talk a little bit about the machine itself. First of all, watch this magic. This button here on the left side says open, and this is what happens when you press it. Your machine will smoothly open for you, and there are some exciting things inside. First of all, you'll notice there are 2 compartments here. They can hold your blades, your tools, or whatever else you choose to put in there as you're working. You'll also notice that this carrier now is chrome, which is nice and it's very pretty. There are 2 compartments here. First, this compartment, which is for the Cricut pen that comes with your machine if you choose to write with your machine. The second compartment here is for your Cricut blade. It also has a little device that you use to open and close it when you need to change your blade. Now let's go back over here to the left side. There is a compartment for you to also use to fill with your tools as you're working. So if you were using your pen or your spatula or something like that as you were working, this would be a great place to store it. You'll also notice this little rectangle here. It has a door, and it is where you would insert a Cricut cartridge, and you would actually be able to link that digitally to your machine. So that's what that compartment is for. Now let's come over here to the right side. Here on the top, you'll see the power button. So once your machine is plugged into the wall, you can push that button and it will light up and your machine will turn on. You'll hear a little bit of noise as this moves back and forth as your machine gets started. Below the power button, you will notice this Smart Set dial. This is really great. It has several different kinds of materials you might be cutting with your Cricut. My dial probably most of the time would stay right on cardstock because that's what I cut the most. But there are other things to choose from as well. Paper, poster board, fabric, and the list goes on. The coolest part of all is you'll notice here over on the left side, there is a place that your dial can be set that says custom. When you set your dial on custom on your device, your computer or your iPad or your PC, you will see a list pop up of other materials that you can choose to set your machine for. This machine has been made to be able to cut almost anything you can imagine. Below the Smart Set dial, you see 3 buttons. This button with the arrow that goes up and down is the button that you push to load and unload your paper. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in future videos. This second button is the Cricut symbol, and that's the button you push when you're ready to cut your project. And the last button is a pause button. If you're working on a project and need to stop for just a second, you can push the pause button, and when you're ready to start again, you just push it again. One other really great feature of this machine is that it cuts about 2 times faster than the Cricut Explore. So if that's what you're used to using, you're going to love the speed of this machine. Come back and join us in our next video, and I'll show you how to set up your machine, how to set up your Cricut Design Space account, as well as how to link your cartridges.